And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday, another stream. Hopefully making some good progress on the SecKit Cube. I did continue and did some stuff after last week's stream. I don't actually remember where exactly we left off and what I did on my own, so I'll kind of show you where we're at. And the goal today is to get the bed assembled and to do as much of the toolhead as possible. So that way between now and next week, I can maybe do a little bit of the wiring. I'm hoping next week we're printing and it's a wrap, but that might be a little bit optimistic on my part. But I hope everyone's doing great. Hey Malcolm, Delmar, Buddha says Twitter account needs updating. That's right. I did change the Twitter account to be ModBot Army. Hopefully I can figure out how to change the countdown. I don't know where the graphics are. That'll be interesting. Hey Eggy, who else is here? Scott, Red, I saw Alien earlier, and Luke, Emid. How was the, Eggy started building his V0.1. How is the build going? How'd it go so far? Hey, LSD's here too. Emid, thank you very much for the donation. Oh man, so much going on. First and foremost, I want to apologize in advance if there is a little bit more distraction on my part than normal. My brother and sister-in-law are staying with us for a couple weeks, and they're German Shepherds here as well. So if you hear barking or dogs freaking out, it's because there are more animals in the house and family than normal. But on my end, it has been a really busy week. I've been cranking out this right here. This tub is full of the parts for the Mercury 1 Ender 5 Pro to CoreXY conversion. So far, this is just the base parts. I'm planning on doing probably the Clicky Pro mod, as well as the, what's it called? Oh, Luke, what's it called? The Hydra. So the Hydra is a 3-point bed tramming mod as well, but we're gonna start with the base conversion first. So I've been busy with that. I also, there was quite a bit of questions originally on the Sobel SV0, is this the 5 or 6? I can't even remember offhand. And I've had this guy here for quite a while now. And I liked the specs, I liked the build. I mean, it basically is a kind of like a clone of an MK3S Plus in all reality. I mean, there's some slight tweaks, but you can tell it was heavily influenced by that printer. And the main issue I was having was that the bed leveling didn't seem to be working. And from the first time I built it and I went to level, I printed a rectangular shape, and you can clearly see that left side was too close, right side was too far. I had contacted Sobel and said, hey, well, I spent a bit of time on my own thinking maybe that I needed to add like the M420S1 command to the slicer. Double checked everything. They sent me the instructions again, which I knew I had done correctly, but I redid them. And they thought that maybe my bed was warped from factory, like to the point where it couldn't correct itself, which I didn't think was the case, but I wanted to work with them to see if they could come to a conclusion. So they sent a replacement bed assembly. I installed it, did all of the sequence of levelings, the offset again, and the exact same issue. And so I finally got it working. And the solution is quite simple, but I want to explain it really quickly here. So anybody that doesn't have a Prusa or does have a Prusa, the way the gantry, because the gantry trimmed or basically squares itself or makes itself even, it goes to the very top and both sides crash into the top part of the printer, basically making sure that they are aligned. And this does the exact same thing. However, it doesn't do it with enough force to actually correct it. And so the issue was these sides were not even. And so when it was going up to correct itself, it uses sensorless homing. And I think that they're probably a bit too sensitive. So it goes up, kind of like hits for a split second or two, and then goes back down. So the solution ended up being I just got two objects of the exact same height and manually turned the lead screws as best as I could to make sure that the arms were parallel or that the sides were even to each other, and that corrected it. So I gave them some feedback on that, just saying, hey, I'm sure that you're like going to the, oops. I'm sure that you're going to the top can correct a slight offset, but mine was clearly pretty deep, like pretty offset from the factory because it's not something I assembled. It's already kind of set on the lead screws when you get it. I said, you guys might want to think of including maybe like 2 acrylic pieces, because on their IDEX printer, they give you 2 acrylic pieces, and the first part of the calibration is dropping the gantry onto those acrylic pieces to make sure left side and right side are even. So the solution was simple. It's now printing. I've printed, there's a small pallet you can't see here, some parts for the pegboard and a few other things, but it's working fine. I didn't doubt it was going to work fine. I just wasn't sure, initially at least, what was causing the issue with leveling, whether it was a bad probe, or maybe it was that they had implemented it incorrectly in firmware, which after everyone else got their printers and were printing successfully, I kind of ruled that out as being a possible thing. But anyways, that is what's going on. I missed a lot of people. Hey, Aaron, nice hat. Thank you. I finally got my ModBot hat. Aaron showed up a long time ago. But yeah, this is the snapback version, the black and gray, and then there's a kind of more traditional baseball cap style as well. Hey Ted, hey Griffin. Yeah, my day is going awesome. It's been really nice having my brother and sister-in-law here. We've been hanging out. We went to the movie theaters, and yeah, just kind of been chilling. Yeah, the weather here has gotten a lot colder over the last couple of weeks here. It's, I think it says there's a possibility of snow this weekend, so that should be interesting. Hey, Bert and Phoenix, what's going on? So they do a Z Max. Yeah, I prefer to use laser contact switches for that. They're accurate down to, yeah, I think that the way, I mean, the Prusa uses it and it works fine, at least in my experience. I just don't think it was implemented all that well. It just doesn't seem like it has enough force to actually correct itself if it's anything more than maybe just a slight skew. So I got my camo ball cap in the mail after. Nice. I don't know why mine took so long. I saw that I ordered my hat a couple of weeks ago prior to the 1 year stream, and some that placed the order when I announced it on that stream got theirs before I got mine. So they come from different locations. It's all print on demand service, and so I guess maybe this, like this color had to come from a further place or something like that. Hey Raj, how's it going? I am doing great. I hope everyone else is doing good. Hi from Lithuania. I just got myself a Crowley Hallett one. Nice. I haven't used the Plus, but the Hallett's awesome. Can we see your brother's dog? Puppies are always welcome. He's in the backyard. He's a big German Shepherd. I think he's probably 7 years old. The issue is Monkey is an aggressive dog and doesn't get along with any other dogs. And so Aaron was really concerned. We'll get into building very quickly, I promise. I have a hard cutoff of, it's 1 my time of 3:45 my time. So I definitely want to get going. But Monkey's aggressive. We don't know why. We've had him since a pup, and we've always been nice to him and, you know, tried our best to socialize him when we could. But he's aggressive. He's fine with people if we bring them in the house and introduce them, but with animals, it is a different story. Delilah and him have 6 years of history, so they get along now, but we got DJ here, and Monkey was freaking out. I had him on a leash, and was kind of like overseeing the situation and giving him enough like space to smell DJ and then back off, and it seemed like they were doing okay and they were over each other. So I took Monkey off of his leash, and then Monkey tried dominating DJ, and Monkey's a smaller guy. DJ pushed him off. Thank God DJ is a very friendly dog, and Monkey didn't like that, and Monkey went into attack mode and started like trying to attack DJ. It was terrifying. Actually, I don't know how well you can see it, but like he cut, you can't see him here, but like he cut open my finger pretty bad. So it's been interesting because we have to completely space them. So it's like dogs are, Delilah and Monkey are inside, DJ's outside, or DJ's inside and our dogs are outside. So it's been a little bit chaotic because of that. If they got along better, then I would have the doors open and all that, but it's kind of chaos here right now. I know, we do need a doggo cam. Hey, what's up, Jeff? I'm done with the Y and Z rails. Oh, nice, dude. And the heat inserts at the beginning. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear you're building, that you're starting to build the printer. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is the SecKit Cube. We've been building it for a bit now. I honestly don't remember where we left off, but I can show everyone kind of what I've done. The main thing I did was I mounted, or what did I do? I finalized this portion as far as the belt path, and I got the belts tensioned. Everything is fairly square, so if I push this forward, it hits the end stop or the limit switch, and if I go to this side, it engages the limit switch. The belts were a little bit interesting in that, I don't know how well I can show you guys this, but let's see if I go like this maybe. Let's go a little bit higher so I can get, yeah, okay, so the belts actually have to flip mid-path. So, like the belts teeth need to be going towards the pulley on the motor, but then they need to turn on the side portion so that the back or the flat portion of the belt goes against the idlers. And I wasn't sure I was doing it correctly, but it seemed like that's what the instructions were saying. I can actually show. I don't think I've ever, granted, the only CoreXYs I've built are the V0.1s, as far as I can think of right now. But I just haven't seen that kind of belt path before, and so I wasn't sure. Where are we? It's under the XY plane. I wasn't sure I was doing it correctly, but looking at the instructions here, let's see, belts. Holy cow. Yeah, okay, I think we left off somewhere around here. I remember getting the motors out. Further down. Here we go. Yeah, so if you look right here, it says, flip the belt in this section. So you have the belt going where the teeth are facing, towards the direction that says teeth. And so that way it wraps around the idler, the pulley of the motor. And then during this path, it needs to flip. So that way when it gets to here, it's smooth. And the same goes for the other side. And I confirmed that's correct. It felt wrong for some reason. It felt a little off. Hey, what's up, Nitrum? Squirrel Brain, what's going on? Let's see, I've got most of the parts printed for my Ender 3 Pro to switchwire conversion. Some parts go edge to edge on my V0 and are suffering warping. Oh, interesting. Are you going for the switchwire? Well, if you're using the stock bed, you should be fine then, Luke, right? Because I know that Fabrico makes edge to edge heaters. For the V0, I generally haven't done a lot edge to edge because it's the same thing, right? With the silicone heater pad, there's at least, I can't really tell, but I'd say at least 10 millimeters of no heater on the edges of all them. Belt not routed yet. Okay, so yeah, I did route the belt then after, but belt's in place. Tensioning, there's a couple methods to tension it. So basically on the sides here, these are where that is really blurry. Why are we so blurry? That's better. So this is where the motor mounts. It's the exact same on both sides, but instead of having holes, there's slots. And so you can loosen these and basically move the motor mounts away from the belt to add some tension. Another way to tension is just while you're routing it, pulling the belts from behind, which is primarily what I've done. I actually need to cut off quite a bit of this. I goofed, I will admit. So it's kind of interesting. This instruction here, so this is the extruder, and you basically have two pieces of carbon fiber, and there's this little, essentially like a tiny little metal pin or dowel, and I thought that the dowel was behaving as a, like a rotation device, so that way you pull the belt around it and you tension it from this side. I completely misunderstood. This is where you're tensioning from, and the arrow does clearly state it. I don't know if I was tired or just what the deal is. The dowel pin is specifically to give the teeth something additional to bite on when it's being sandwiched in between these two parts to prevent any slipping when you tension the belts. So it's just, it's not difficult, it's just different. And again, if you haven't done something before, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not tough. And I just, I think it comes back to a little bit of my part, and also that the instructions could have a little bit more detail or explanation. Hey, what's up, Skydown? Iggy is starting his boron build tonight. I'm so excited to see his V0 come together. It is gonna be awesome. So the next thing is the bed, and the bed's also a little bit interesting. So the bed is running off of AC, and there is a built-in fuse in here, but then there's also a external thermal fuse. And looking at the instructions for the fuse, you basically have the fuse go to both ends of the wire. You create a loop with the fuse, and then you put a bolt and a nut through this, so that way you attach it into place, and then use some Kapton tape to hold it in place. I'm not crazy about that because I don't feel like it's the safest route to go. I mean, Kapton tape, I did get Kapton tape, and I'm certainly going to be using it for the center part of the fuse, but I also went down to the store and picked up some RTV glue to at least do my best to sort of insulate the exposed ends here. So yeah, Nero's here. So I actually, when I did the belt path after last week's stream, I went ahead to see what the bed portion looked like, and I saw this and thought to myself, this doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. And so I actually emailed the creator of this project, and he let me know. He said that technically you don't need this fuse, because you have this. It says here, there's another repeatable 150C thermal switch buried under the rubber patch. Bypass the one-shot 130 thermal fuse if you think a repeatable thermal switch is safe enough. I'm always going to lean on being safer versus sorry, so I'm certainly going to add that fuse. I just feel like there has to have been a better way to implement it. I know that afterwards, let me see if I can find this. Let's see here. What did you end up doing, Nero? Don't like the Frankenstein bolts with me. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I guess to be fair, I haven't really done because the V0.1, I think the bed used AC, right? No, the V0 used AC. The 0.1 switched over to DC. And so I don't think I've ran AC to a bed before. So I'm not really sure what the standard way most other builds handle something like this, but I would imagine it's probably not quite like this. I'm just doing the same method I use on my Vorons. The same fuse wired in line with butt slices. Gotcha. I'd go crimped butt splices. Gotcha. Yeah, I like, for the sake of right now, I'm going to go with just the Kapton RTV. Depending on how tight I can get the fuse, but this is something, when I reached out, showed that this is something that some of the users are using. Where is it? Here's a link. Oh, here we go. So I guess some of the other users are using this, which is a ceramic terminal block. This seems much safer to me, to have the wires just go directly into a ceramic terminal block. The only thing I still don't know is how I would put it in place. I guess maybe RTV gluing it. I might end up ordering this after, honestly. I just didn't because I, in the moment, wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. Do they have a ground for the bed? I don't believe they do have a ground for the bed. I have an AC bed in my D-bot and set it up like a Voron using Wagos. Yeah, so we'll get started. Oops, we'll get started on, where are we? Here we go. But yeah, it's just an interesting, this is basically how they have it. Here it's exposed, so I plan on using Kapton to cover the fuse and then RTV glue to cover, hey, there's the German Shepherd. Hi, DJ. To cover these, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the way that the bed is. I just don't find it safe. No, but you can just put a wire under one of the 3 bed bolts easily for ground. Yeah, optionally apply high temperature RTV to prevent the edges from separation over time. Image courtesy, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, everything up until now has just been kind of like instructions, I think, that need a bit more work. This is a safety concern, definitely. Yeah, Alien, just a little jank. So, all right, let's see. Aluminum bed, magnetic rubber or PEI, AC powered silicone rubber heater, no bubble allowed. So let's take, for now, let's move the printer off onto the ground so we've got some more space here. Let's get our plate. Out of curiosity, is there much benefit of having the bed being AC versus DC? Like, is it quicker heat at times? Is it cost savings to go with AC over DC? Like, I don't know. There's a printer Wago mount that attaches to an extrusion. Yeah, that's what I'll likely, for now, I'm going to set it up as is for the sake of the build. I typically always do that. But long term, I'm going to be doing some mods to it, and the bed is certainly going to be something I address. Okay, faster heat up with smaller PSU. Gotcha. That makes sense. Ooh, slab. I just feel like the bed on this isn't that big to where, I mean, I guess maybe because of the fact that it's a pretty thick bed, maybe there's some benefit of AC. Hey, what's up, Tony? Energy-wise, it is much more effective. Gotcha. Quicker, less wires needed, smaller power break, faster heat up. Ground for the breast is really neat on this build. Also, a differential would be nice. Okay. So top side has dents, so this has to be the top side. Heater pad on the bottom, magnetic PI on top. Repeat steps 1 to 3 as shown in the picture below, and attach the silicone rubber heater to the bottom side. If you have ordered PI, magnetic placed magnetic rubber top side first because the components on the heater will flip. Paste the magnetic rubber to the top side first because the components on the heater will flip-flop the bed when you push the magnetic rubber. What? Because the components on the heater will flip-flop the bed when you push the magnetic rubber. Okay, I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna do the magnetic rubber first. That seems clear. The only thing I'm uncertain of, let's see if does this cover all of our bolt holes? Interesting. Was your magnet the correct size, Nero, or did you have to cut yours? Because this is, so if I go like this, there's some space on the left and right, which is probably the right way, I guess, if we're gonna need to access bolt holes. Although there's not a ton of space. Gotcha, okay. Hey all, for once I managed to get into a stream near the beginning. Hey, what's up, Mike? Tad undersized in one direction, oversized in another. Perfect. Okay, well I think we'll do undersized. I wonder if, can I cut this fairly easily with something? Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to stick this so that the size that's undersized is the side with the bolt holes, so that way hopefully I can access them once this is on. It looks like I can. I might need to press a little bit into the side of the magnets, and then maybe afterwards, if I just have it sticking out on one side, I can take some kind of a blade and just chop that off. So let's do that. I'm gonna quickly, where's some IPA? Let's wipe it down just to make sure there's no oils. Wago is only rated to 105 continuous operating temperature. I wouldn't want that strap. Yeah, I wouldn't either then. I didn't realize that. Is there not a different version of a Wago that's more for high temp? How's the weather where everyone's at? How's the weather where you're at, Nero? I know a couple of my coworkers that are in Canada posted photos this morning. I think they're in Calgary, and it looked like they got a ton of snow. Okay, so I'm going to, typically, it's been a minute since I've slapped one of these on, but usually I peel a little bit on one end. I'll try not to touch the, okay, the adhesive. All right, so usually I peel just a little bit, kind of like this, and line up one end here. How thick is the aluminum bed? That's a great question. Where are my, let's see my calipers right now. Or my metric ruler. Things are a little bit chaotic right now. I don't know, it is pretty damn thick though. It's definitely a pretty thick bed. All right, so I'm just going to do my best to align edges. I usually just use my hands too. I don't use any sort of other object, and I just kind of go back and forth. Hopefully that's fairly straight. and then peel with the other hand the backing. Hopefully I'll be able to access these screw holes. Almost there. Okay, I think we did pretty good. Let's make sure that all the edges are flat. Let's see. Wago's 224 to 14 is good. To 120, make for enclosed light. Oh, interesting. Okay. The tank bed is 8 millimeters, but I don't know if he went thinner with this one. I should have, you know what? I know where my calipers are. I lied. They're under my tissue box because my allergies have been so bad lately. Let's see. All right, bed is, it's coming in around 6.5 millimeters. It's like 6.45 roughly. That's what it's showing up as. It's a pretty thick bed. Yeah, definitely a chunky bed. Okay, so we've got that. Again, this side is sticking off the end. I wonder if I can cut through it. This X-Acto knife probably needs a new blade, but I'm curious to see if I can cut through it. It's actually working relatively well. Let's tighten this up. Did we do it? Nope, not perfectly. Let's go one more pass. I just know that I had one other bed one time that the magnet stuck off a little bit. And at first I was like, yeah, that won't be a big deal. But every dog hair in my entire house somehow found its way to it. So let's just get rid of it now. And then the edges for the screw holes, I wonder if I can just cut these off like this. Might not look quite as nice, but I think it's probably an easier, at least for the corners. We'll just cut off these little tabs here. Let's see. I tried cutting. I don't know if I remember if I said this, but I on the rat rig the Minion, I tried cutting the holes with a laser. So that way I could get the through, oops, shit. That was a little ugly. That way I can get the through holes, and it did not work very well. I was able to cut through the magnet with the laser, but it definitely, it damaged the magnet in the process. Basically the area where it cut it out started to form micro cracks and it just weakened the magnet. So don't recommend, yeah, I think that's fine. Cool. Huh, even the PEI is a little bit, PEI doesn't exactly cover the entire bed. That side's pretty damn off, but all right, whatever. Hey, what's up, Rick? Ceramic wire nuts are a thing, but I wouldn't want them moving, vibrating. If it's machined to 7 millimeters, I expect it to be pretty flat. Did you see Nero's mod with the thermal fuse? I didn't see it. This last, I think he just streamed it. Was it yesterday or the day before? I know Zombie was watching it and he pinged me saying something about the fuse or the bed or something like that. And I had already seen that the fuse situation was quite interesting. For right now, I'm going to use the fuse that it comes with, and I'm going to use Kapton and RTV glue that I picked up. But long term, I might go with one of the ceramic blocks that he recommended. I guess one of these guys. I think the temperature, let's see, so electrical wire, 180 volt, 25 amp, high temperature resistance. Yeah, I might just go with one of these eventually, and then just probably RTV it to the bottom of the pad. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Speed truck race. Yes, it's Jank, be careful. Thank you, there he is, there's Zombie. Ceramic terminal blocks, yeah, exactly. Okay, so we did that. Please repeat step 1. Okay, so now it wants us to do the same with the heater, right? So let me make sure I don't screw up the direction of this. So there's 2 holes on one side and 3 holes on the other. So that must mean that the direction this needs to go is towards the back like this. So we're just going to repeat the exact same process. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down with some IPA, get rid of any oils. Black center hole cutout 2. There's 2 holes in the front, which I'm assuming are going to be for the left and right connection points for the belts, or where it's going to connect. Yeah, and then back, and I don't know what the side. I don't know what the side holes are for. If they're just extra or not. I have the CNC machine nice that we built on stream. I just need to, there's been so much going on, and the garage being colder at least now, hasn't been an incentive for me to spend more time out there. That was a lot of IPA. I also should have a pretty big CNC coming for other stuff. Not for you. Wow, that was dirty. Yeah, wipe down your bed. That was very dirty. That's crazy. All right. So we're gonna do the same thing. Let me close the IPA up. Those PTFE coated nozzles seem gimmicky. It seems like it would wear off quickly and certainly wouldn't support high temperature. What nozzles? I'm printing too hot for PTFE. PTFE coated. Is it like a non-slip coating for the outside of the nozzles? I know that they have. I've used. Let's see. I'm trying to get this centered. Plated copper is my preferred. Plated copper is my preferred nozzle material for printing with PETG. Brass, I mean, you can print with whatever, right? Like whatever you got, use it. But brass definitely sticks a hell of a lot more to the outside, in my experience. Let me make sure I line this up really quick here. I don't think that's straight. Might be okay. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I got non-stick on my nozzles. Are you making your own nozzles? Nitro? I don't know if it's Nitrum or Nitrum, how it's pronounced. I've been saying Nitrum. If that's wrong, I apologize. I know that you machine or make, it's like a combination of Wait, what is it a combination of? It's a combination of basically like a mosquito, but with a much larger heater block, right? I know that's what 24/7 Albert from 24/7 Printing's rocking, and I think I'm almost positive I'm in your Discord. But are you machining nozzles for those as well? Hey, what's up, Jose? The nickel coating on this plated copper nozzles is fairly non-stick. Yeah, it's pretty nice. For PTG, plated copper nickel for PTG is the best. Yeah, next to stainless steel hand. Okay. Yeah, that's been my experience as well. If I know that I'm going to be using a printer to print a lot of PETG, I will typically throw on a plated copper nozzle if I've got one available over brass. With brass, what usually ends up happening to me over time is that the PETG starts to stick to the nozzle a little bit on the outside, and then that causes more stringing, which also attracts more PETG, and then eventually it forms a full blob that will drop into your part, which sucks. And I think my worst print failure ever was, it would have been like 5 years ago, and it was on what's essentially a CR10S clone, and I was printing PETG. It was supposed to be a huge trash can, like a 300 by 300 millimeter trash can. Printer's in the same room as me as when I was renting a room out of my friend's house, and I'm printing PETG, watch the first layer go down like I always do, I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning, and after a couple of layers, it's very like stringy, almost under extruded looking. It's hard to explain, but most I'm sure have seen it, where it just looks kind of like a partial clog or a clog formed as things went on. But the crazy thing is that the hot end was ripped off of its metal, like a little aluminum plate, and was dangling beside the gantry. And this all happened in the room where I was sleeping, probably 10 feet away, which is sketchy. And in the let's call it the remains of the print, was some burnt black PETG. So I think what happened was, after the first couple layers, PETG got stuck on the nozzle, causing it to drip, and then it must have been a large enough drip that it just either completely like cocked the hot end off of it, or I don't know. I honestly, when I woke up and saw it, I wished that I had seen it happen or had like a camera recording, because it was very like a disastrous failure. Yeah, it was nuts. Triangle Labs just came out with a ridiculous hot end. It looks like a rapid super volcano. Slice coating is PTFE based, so not really. Gotcha. Burns the PETG to the nozzle. Yeah, it was definitely a brass nozzle back then. It was running the stock setup, so I wouldn't have swapped it. Okay, so we've got the heater in place. Now the fun thermal fuse. So again, for right now, I'm going to go with exactly what they've got, which is basically thermal fuse attached to these two connectors with bolts and just capped on and glued into place, which I don't like. I'm going to do my best to use the RTV glue to cover as much of the exposed contacts as humanly possible, as well as the bolts. But yeah, I'm not crazy about it. I messaged the creator of it, and he had said some people don't go with that at all. There's a repeatable fuse in here, but I still, if there's the option for it, would like to have an additional fuse. So we're gonna go with it. It says for this we need a thermal fuse, which we've got. We need M4 by 10 bolt, which I think I grabbed out. I think these are the M4. Where's my measurement tool? Yeah, M4. Let's confirm that, but I believe they are. Yep, M4 10s. And nuts. It's just like, man, these bolts stick out so far. That's almost part of what I don't understand, is why the bolts need to be so big. If basically it's just going to be attaching this guy, and it's going to be attaching one of these little guys, why do we need so much extra? If that was shorter, it would be easier for me to cover it in RTV glue versus it sticking out that far. So I think as a bare minimum, I'm gonna run to the garage and see if I've got any other M4 bolts that are shorter that will make it easier for me to cover them, so that way they're not exposed. Is the Goliath because Vez is working with Mello, right? Or no, he's not. I don't know. I don't have the What you mean crimp crimp the fuse? Is that what you're saying? I don't have the crimping the spade connectors, right? Oh, okay. So is he partnering with Mello for that? I didn't know that he was partnering with Mello. I'm gonna let me run to the garage, see if I can find a smaller M4 bolt for this. Right back, guys. I'll leave my mic here. Hey, what's up, monkey? I don't know if I have an M4. It's shorter. I've got M3s and I've got a ton of M3s and M5s. I don't know if I have an M4. Question. I'm assuming that the reason why we can't solder this instead of using terminals is because the solder is probably too low of a melting temp, right? Vez LCD is called Goliath when in production. Oh, okay, gotcha. That's what was throwing me off. Yeah, I followed him on Instagram and I saw that, I think that the first batch he's calling beta, right? And there's a, if I'm not mistaken, there is a water cooled and an air cooled option. It looks awesome. I was just actually showing my brother, use M4? Yes, okay. Okay. I see, that's my use, as I have a ton of crap. I just don't know where all of it is. And after moving, it's only gotten worse. So we're gonna use the smallest possible bolt to at least make it a little bit easier for me to cover this. So let's start with, I'm gonna start with just taking the end of this and wrapping it around the screw to form a ring. I definitely want to make sure that this is crushed down as much as I possibly can get it with the nut, so that way it can't come out. I think we could even go smaller. I think this is probably going to be an ideal size. It should make it a lot easier to cover than the size that comes with the kit or what they recommend. Solder is 100 DC, so 280. Gotcha, that makes sense. I mean, it's the same, it would be the same scenario as why tinning the terminal connections is not recommended then, because after enough heating and cooling cycles, it also can, well, I guess cracks, but also it can soften, right, and move around a little bit. Okay, let's try to bend another one. I'm gonna use a longer screw. It makes it a little bit easier to bend it, and then we'll take it off and put a smaller screw in.
Congrats to you to the benchies tattoos.
To you too. Benchies tattoos? Thanks, nice. Same as tinning, yeah. Okay. I'm also going to use some needle nose pliers. Yeah, definitely not crazy about this. These are M3 bolts. It should be better though, at least a little bit with smaller bolts. I don't know why such long ones are recommended. It definitely makes it harder. Definitely makes it harder to cover them up. Okay, and then I'm going to use needle nose pliers and okay, that one feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Let's get the other one. Solder won't be applied. That is a terrible solution. The danger of yeah, I know. I concur completely, Jose. Long term, I think I'd like to go with one of those terminal blocks to try to hide everything inside of it. Yeah, I agree. I'm not exactly jazzed about this solution. Okay, so the game plan is I'm going to start with some Kapton just to cover the fuse and kind of hold it in place with the thermal pad, and then we'll go around and RTV the hell out of it, and hopefully cover all of the metal. Yeah, I'm 100% on board with this not being safe, or I mean, yeah, so I guess safe. I'm fine with using that word, not safe. Would use a close-up thermal fuse like a boron and Wago it together. Yeah, the you're talking about like the aren't these? Oh, actually, I don't know where they're at. The smaller ones that have a hole through them, right? So that way you just kind of bolt it directly to the frame. If so, then yes, I like those substantially better. I feel like I should also use a little bit of IPA on the bottom of the thermal pad in case there's any finger oils near it. Just a little bit. If you RTV it, hope it is working, and if you ever have to replace it. Yeah. If with the RTV, if I ever have to replace it, I'm going to cut the wires and go a different direction with it. All right, yeah, I'm gonna use a bunch of Kapton to hold the wires in place to try to remove as much strain as possible. and then we'll bust out the RTV. I do have my multimeter. Batteries are apparently... Yeah. hopefully I don't blow it out for any reason. And again, is there any way to undo RTV glue, or is that sort of like a, you're done? I'm probably gonna end up RTV gluing the entire silicone. Not today. I don't know, we'll see. I've actually, prior to, this is my first time, this will be my first time using RTV glue. RTV glue and VHB tape are two things that I didn't know of until the World of War on. That's when you cut the wires and wire in a new thermal. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, I mean, we've got the wires in place, the fuse is held down, so I think now we just kind of go around and goop as much of this RTV glue on as possible. Surface should be clean and dry, which it should be fine. Cut nozzle, and apply continuous 1/16 to 1/4 inch bead of silicone to one surface. Surround all bolts, assemble parts immediately while silicone is still wet, finger tighten. Let dry for 1 hour, then tighten to torque. Allow 24 hours to fully cure, filling with fluids, or returning to surface. Replace cap after use. Okay. Originally, I was planning on kind of beating it and then using a glove to apply it, but because of how tall these are and how much RTV we're gonna use, I don't think I'm gonna put gloves on. I think I'm just gonna, I'd rather have more than less, even if it doesn't look great. Okay, paper towels. Okay, thank you. Is it runny? I thought it was, I assumed it was gonna be pretty thick. All right. Okay, little pokey. All right, pokey turn. How was everybody's Halloween? It was Halloween on Monday. This is the first time we've lived in a house, me and Aaron, since moving out, and so we got to hand out candy, and it made me happy to see that even this current generation, Pokemon is still super popular. There's a ton of Pikachus. Okay, so there's a bunch of notches. I think I don't want to go with the smallest. We'll go with the, let's go with the second notch on here. All right, let me see what everyone else says here. Not funny, but like cock, it can get everywhere. Oh, not runny. If you have a good scraper and a good blades, it's okay for masking tape. Use masking tape?
Use masking tapes.
Okay. I've got, yeah, this is masking tape. Cool. All right. You're saying just to protect the area around where I want it, so that way I can kind of just remove it versus wiping it down? So let's cover, actually, I want a little bit of a gap around it. I don't care if it gets on the Kapton, that's fine. But yeah, we'll form a little shield around it, so that way it doesn't get all over the bed where we don't want it. 6 kids showed up. Oh man. Yeah, the area we live in has a lot of families with young kids. It seemed like the younger kids was a mix of everything. My favorite 2 costumes was someone was Scooby-Doo, and they were with another person that was a box of Scooby snacks, which I really appreciated. A lot of the older kids went as the Purge. There's like it wasn't RGB, but like light up masks. And then yeah, there was just a couple of Pikachus. Okay, there we go. Got our little work area. All right. Anybody else giving me any great stuff? Yeah, tape's a great idea. Awesome. Yeah, using masking tape for, you know, masking. I just bought the masking tape to say that I have it, okay? I never actually use it. All right, so I'm just gonna go ham. We're gonna start with the actual crimping points. kind of just build it up. That is a ugly, ugly bead. I don't know how well everyone can see that. It's ugly, but not exactly going for style points here. Just trying to save myself from accidentally touching this. I mean, that looks pretty damn covered. Smells like hell. It wasn't, that's probably the thing I should have asked, just how stinky is this crap? God, it looks ugly. I'm assuming that's going to, because I have some on the V0 from LDO, and I know it kind of, well, it becomes a silicone, right? So it's going to be kind of rubbery. So maybe I can snip off some of those ugly points after. It won't look perfect no matter what. Be generous. Yeah, I'm just manually 3D printing. Yeah, I think, you know what? All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more right here so that way there's no gap between where the Kapton ends. It's very ugly. All right. Ooh, that is awful. We're gonna open the window. Probably should have done that from the beginning. Nobody warned me. Nobody warned me. Smells like, hey, what's up, DJ? Hey, stay down, Bubba. Don't destroy the mini or the screen, please. You forgot your, I actually got rubber gloves. I grabbed them right before going live. Do you think I should use these to try to smooth it out? Is that a good idea? So I think I'm going to, is it a one shot as far as the, oh no, wait. Yeah, is it a one shot? Because it looks like I have to remove this to cap it, and I'm assuming I won't be able to use this again once it solidifies. Better or worse than a dog fart? Different. Oh, it does kind of smell like vinegar. Yeah, now that you say it, it does smell like white vinegar. Bamboo's in the garage because this is way too, what's the word? This is not rigid enough. With how fast it prints, it's causing the bamboo prints to look crappy because it's printing too quickly. If you can plug it, you can plug it, but it won't last. Okay, I've never used it in my life before. I don't anticipate I'll need to use it anytime soon, so we're going to unplug, or unscrew this. Okay, like that. Do we think that putting on gloves and trying to smooth out the top of it is a good idea? This guy, or no, just leave it as is and snip it later on with like flush cutters. I need feedback from those that have used this before. Okay, cap. Oh, come on, cap. There we go. All right, cap is on. Leave as is. Might as well do around the bed. You can take the cap off and use plastic. Oh, go around the bed? If I'm going around the bed, I need to remove the tape. It's not a bad idea though, huh? If I'm gonna do it, just do it kind of in one. I have the so you're saying put the little nozzle back on and just run it around the edge? Do that. Use the glove, dip finger in water first, smear it around, and pull the tape after a little bit. Oh, great. All right, I'm gonna go, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it as is for right now, but I am going to grab that nozzle I just took off. I'm gonna put a glove on as well because I don't wanna get this all over my hands. We'll do a small bead around the edge of the bed, and then maybe I'll use the glove to try to form a better seal. Messy crap. All right. Yeah, I guess I don't really care how ugly those look. And again, I can clip off some of the edges later on. You can fix and secure the heat pad to the aluminum plate. Yeah, let's see right now. have to wait for it to harden anyway. I have a tube that I've been using for years. Needs moisture to cure. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do my best, y'all. Wish me luck. All right, it's like icing a cake, right, or something like that. Okay, so the bead is not wanting to stick to the pad, so oh. I'm wondering if the answer is to take my finger. Okay, let's first just do the bead around the entire thing. Oh, let's try to not get it all over the wires. It just smells like vinegar, salt and vinegar chips in here now. Okay, if I apply pressure, it actually... I think the issue on that side is that I was angling the nozzle downward. If I angle it at more of like a 45, it does seem to bond. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but like, I think that the bead on that side is looking pretty good. Oh shit, no, I got the wires in it. That's what I get. All right. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm getting worse at it or... Okay, so before I do the final side, I'm going to use a little bit of tape here to... I guess maybe I won't add the RTV right where the wires come out of this little section right here. Thank you, Jose. Finger glove, wet the glove first. RTV will stick to the, okay. All right, I'll try it after. I'll get a little thing of water. All right, let's do this last side here. Oh shit, I don't want to get it over this screw hole. I'm gonna skip that. Continue right here. Like so. And then Okay, so now I'm going to take this off again. Poor DJ, he wants to come inside, but our doggos are inside. Okay. I wonder if I have something I can put a little bit of water in that I won't need to use for like food. I don't have any. Should probably get some small like throwaway cups and things. DJ, don't destroy the window, dude. Okay. Come on, Cap. Okay, Cap is back on. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna figure out the water situation. If I got something small, I can put a little bit of water in and grab another glove because this one's got RTV all over it. And then I'll be right back. Another DJ? Yeah. It stands for Dale Jr. Built tons of motors and back on the mini site. Use that crap a lot. Looks like the overlay. Overlay is bugging out? Wait, what do you mean? I'll get back. Let me. What's up, Papa? A tray that was going to get thrown away from the banana nut muffins we had. which were delicious, by the way. There's a tiny crumb of banana nut muffin. We'll be okay. I hope you can get the smell outside. Finally, good smell for humans and dogs. Is the overlay still bugging out, or are we fine? Delmar? Yeah, after the stream, I'm probably gonna close off the stream and just leave the window open. Luckily, dogs aren't in here. Okay, so you said dab a little bit of water. I want to see how it behaves with this. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's much nicer. You guys see that? Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah, it just looks better. I got rid of the little bit that was sticking out. I'm able to kind of push it a bit more around. Hey, good call, Llama. Thank you. Okay, so I think for the ends, let's see what happens if I put a little bit and I kind of just beat it. Then we'll take it off from this. It's actually not looking too bad. I think the idea of flattening it like this, though, probably isn't a bad idea, at least to an extent. Like trying to press it down a little. Oh shoot! I don't want it to get on the front plate. All right, let's wipe off some of the excess. Looks like the overlay text is frozen. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that does look like it's tripping out. That's what you mean. That's weird. Yeah, I can scroll it. More water, more often. Okay. I'm like relatively happy with how it's turning out. All right, one more dab right here. Okay. One more dab right here. I think we're good. Actually, there's one last spot. One last spot, and then I think we're okay. Let's see. Where's it? Right here. This little guy. Oop, nope, that wasn't right. Shoot, I lied. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit more on the bolt right there. I want to make sure that there's no chance that any bit of that bolt is coming through. Okay, now it's getting messy. What happens if I just apply it on my finger? That works. Okay. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get this this sculpture. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I am relatively happy. Soap will leave a residue. The RTV will hold on to. Really doesn't hurt, but I agree with soapy water works best. Like 3 dips. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. I didn't see that till after. I get what you're saying though. Like I can see where it started. Like it was fine there, and then there it started to grab. It was fine there, but regardless, I mean, it's gonna be on the bottom. And looking at it, I'm still pretty happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I've never used this stuff before. I hadn't even heard of it until about a year ago when I discovered boron and saw people using it for the silicone heater pads. Okay, all right, that's away. Let's lid. So I wonder now if this means it's gonna go to intense music next. No, thank you. I wonder if this means I should wait to put the bed on the printer, or if it's fine as long as I'm cautious and don't touch for the where the RTV glue's at. Okay. Okay, this is covered. I'm gonna dump this really quick. There's really no safe place for water in here. There's electronics everywhere, and I'm clumsy, and that is a horrible, horrible combination. Excuse me, Bubba. Okay. All right, put pliers back. What does it tell us to do next? Go for it, get it everywhere. Get the full. So pro tip, all caulk can be used with the wet smooth tack. Yeah, I'm supposed to. Leave it for 30 minutes on the side. Okay, so let's see what it calls for next. So basically we did that. Both exposed connectors are well covered to prevent electric shock. The white cylindrical body is fully contacted with the heater, which it should be. I had it, yeah, I have it pressed flat and then held in place with the cap on. Measure the resistance. RTV glue, so yeah, we did do that. Their bead looks cleaner than ours, I think, but whatever. Kinematic coupler. I kind of want to wait on that. So this is, all right, all that's left is to attach those to the ends, and then we're on to the next section. So I wonder if we can just kind of bypass that and just start working on, let's do that. Let's bypass this and start working on the extruder. I'm going to leave all of the parts for the bed stuff over here in there so we can keep it all together. Also, we're gonna open the giveaway up in 18 minutes for the Polymaker spool for the week, so. Hey, what's up, Viking? It's going great, man. My brother and sister-in-law drove out from California on Thursday, and they left for like 10 a.m. and got here at 2 a.m. So it was like a very long drive. But I haven't seen them since the day we moved, so June 5th of this year. So it's been fun. It's been cool showing them around a little bit and just kind of hanging out. Actually, me and my brother growing up, when I was probably in high school at that time, we used to play a ton of COD 4 and MW2, and I haven't really played video games in a long time now. Hey Rick, thanks for becoming a member. Thank you very much. I haven't played video games in a long time now because I have a really hard time not playing too much, and I don't get other things I need to get done. But my brother brought an Xbox out, so we've been playing the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which I haven't played any Call of Duty in years, and it's been fun, like kind of like a nostalgia thing for us. So it's been a good time. Take the bed and stash it somewhere. If a klutz like me, you'll end up with a, yeah, you're not wrong. I'm gonna put it on my desk. That's a good call. It's a very good call. There's a lot of times where I could do something that would take an extra couple seconds, but I don't. And then the consequence of that is me wishing I had just not been lazy or, you know, just done the thing. So yeah, we'll put it on this desk over here. That way there's no chance that anything touches it. I will probably end up installing that after stream. That way I can let it dry for at least an hour or two. I think that the beads that we did around the edge will probably dry much quicker than the stacked RTV that's on the on those bolts. So let's see here. How are you doing, Viking? All right, so this is going over here. Let's try another sip of the monster. All right, extruder, some of the extruder. So extruder carriage. I guess we'll just start grabbing stuff, right? Let me move some things. I got so much, there's so much stuff in here right now. It is absolutely nuts. I think I'm gonna pick up a, like one of those wire racks for my closet in here so I can kind of put some of this stuff away. All right, so carbon fiber, let's see, we need this guy. You should attach the extruder carriage next to your block. If not, okay. Pancake, stepper, and BMG adapter. Okay. I guess anything that I see in here that looks like it's going on the hot end or the tool head, we're just gonna grab it all. So we got thermistors, we've got, it looks like extruder hot end fans, we've got a baby stepper, we've got a inductive probe. I don't know what the heck this is. It's a fan, but I'm not convinced it's ready. We'll still grab it. More? How many? You know what? I forgot. There's an extra thermistor for the chamber thermistor. So solid state relays. Those fans are far too big. We've got the clone BMG. I have a feeling I'll end up upgrading the extruder in hot end. It comes with a clone Volcano and a clone and clone BMG. Okay, so printable inductive sensor mount. Does it show you what direction you want the motor? It doesn't show you what direction you want the stepper motor. I'm going to assume it looks like it's upright, right? If we're looking, those are 4 wires, so it looks like stepper motor needs to be facing upright. So that's what we're gonna go with. So I guess we'll just start doing it kind of piece by piece here. Oh, I missed some things. The consequences of a friggin' mess that takes long to clean up. And if you, yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, what seems like oh no. Sorry to hear that. I hope it's something that passes quickly. You should see my office print cave right now. I bet, man. Luke, you're always working on a project. And you just finished the Mercury 1 and you're already talking about the switch wire conversion. Is that a monster I wanted? No. Aaron, I went with the original monster. We went to a city east of us and they had a monster that we haven't had before, and so we were gonna split it. So no, I did not drink the monster that you wanted to try. Your Windows, oh, it's, gotcha. Let me make this go down a little bit, there we go. Okay, so let's start with this carbon fiber. I don't see any side that has any kind of like double end. Okay, so we are going to place this on top of here. Let's go side. And it says that we need M3 by 6s. The thing that sucks at this point is that a lot of the hardware has fallen out of its bags and it is kind of a mess, which is my bad. I normally print out I really goofed. I normally print out little hardware organizers. And I really should have done that for this build. That is just bolts everywhere now. Come on, we just need one more. Interesting. I don't see it. I don't see. M308s, M320s, 5mm bolts. These are just nuts. Well, we'll start with putting one in because I have one. Chat is frozen. I don't know why that's the case, and I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Can I go to chat box and hit refresh? Okay, I refreshed it. Someone type in chat and see if that did anything. Frustrating. I don't know where the Yep, it looks like it's working. Nice. Okay, so that's good to know. I just need to hit the refresh button if that ever happens again. I wasn't sure if there's something I could do on my end. All right, well, we've got one of those bolts in. It looks like M3 by 10 washer in the standoffs. Okay, you should have attached the extruder carriage to X-linear block at this moment. If not, please go back. Okay, we've done that. Loosely attach the inductive sensor to the printed sensor mount and fasten the inductive sensor to the BMG adapter. Pancake stepper. Okay. Hey, what's up, G20? The box is gone? Oh. Oh, you scared me. I was like, wait, I see it. Yeah, I think it just took a little bit for it to show back up. What does it look like? Okay, so this looks like it's the sensor mount, but it doesn't look okay, no, this is the sensor mount. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to attach. Okay, so it says loosely attach this. So one bolt on bottom, one bolt on top, which this is right here. Better for me when I stream the live stream on my TV. It just takes longer on Mac. Okay, it doesn't say anything about height at this point yet, so I'm just gonna, based off that picture, try to get close to it for now. Seems roughly right. I lied. That does not look right. Let's keep going. Looks like they have roughly, what is that, 3 threads showing on the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna go with it like, I'm gonna leave it like that for now. There's roughly 3 threads showing. That was a tongue twister. You do not need to look the chat on the cell. Hey, what's up, Adrian? I don't know if I have a wrench. We're gonna needle nose it. I also, the only thing I don't know is, I'm assuming this is something that I can probably fairly easily adjust later, but if I can't, I want to make sure I do a decent job of securing it. That should be fine. Okay, so we've got that, and this needs to go nylon lock nuts, M3 and M3. Okay, nylon lock nut. Just 2 of them. Should probably zoom in a little bit, huh? You can actually see what the heck I'm doing. There we go. Okay, 2 nylon lock nuts. Then what did I say? M3 washer and M3 by 10 bolts. M3 by 10 bolts right here. They have not fallen out of their bag yet. And then M3 washers are somewhere. Probably these guys that all fell out. Okay, and so we are adding lock nuts to the top right and bottom left. Did I goof by not inserting them before? Gosh, no. Oh. Let's see if I can do this without breaking the printed part. Definitely fits in nicely, so if it's not going in, it sucks. Love the 8-bit style. Is that this driver? Oh, these, talking about these guys? Yes. Can't really see it, yeah. These are awesome. I believe Pi sent me these when we were living at our last place, because he saw me using just Allen keys for everything on stream and was like, he's like, he said something super funny, basically just like, you can't be building things this complex with just using little Allen keys. And then I obviously, I don't know where any of my wrenches are, so we're just gonna use these. I didn't know what I was missing until I got them. And now I don't know how I made it this far in life without having some kind of a driver. Did that loosen it? Yeah. Yeah, they're incredible. For the price, I think they're amazing. I've recommended them to quite a few people now. If you just need some drivers that are, you know, pretty dang nice and not super expensive compared to some of the other options out there, they're a great choice. And I've had them now. I mean, I've used them for every printer build for at least the last 8 to 10 months, and they're, you know, they're great. So. Okay, these nuts are in place. My video game stream. Use a soldering iron? No, if it was really tight, I guess I could have, but this one right here that wasn't blocked by the inductive probe went in so nicely that it was just the corner of the probe is what was causing it to not be able to go in. Okay, so it looks like this probe is going to go on the back side with the stepper motor. And it's going to be going in these slots. So from the other side, we're going to need M310s, 2 of these guys. And then, did I lose a washer? No, it's right here. If you're too tight, better to melt than break. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's a good call. I've never actually thought of using a soldering iron for just regular nuts, and then somebody commented on, 1 second. Somebody commented on my rat rig video, on the V-Minion video, saying that he built his with, like, at the same time that Albert did from 24/7 printing, and that they used, is it gripping? Yeah, it is. That they used soldering irons for a lot of the nuts to help them go in. I mean, it makes sense, right? Versus, there's been plenty of times where I've forced a nut into a pocket and cracked the printed part. So if heat makes a lot more sense to just sort of help to soften the plastic. I'll do long with you. I've worn the writing off the 3mm driver. Yeah, nice. Pong. Yeah, it's funny, my parents visited me, they came out the week after my 30th birthday, which was like, we're in November now, oh my gosh. So maybe a month-ish or so ago, and my dad had never tried VR, and so I finally got him to try, Beat Saber, and one was terrifying. I had to move my mom multiple times further down the couch because he was throwing bows, and then I told him that my dad loves ping pong, right? Like, me and my dad grew up, well, he grew up playing ping pong. We got a ping pong table when I was probably in middle school, and I played a ton of ping pong with my dad and my neighbors. And I said, hey, there's a VR ping pong. And so I downloaded it for him, and the first person he played against, like, I had him play against a bot just to get the swinging down, and then I let him play online. And the first person he played against had a cat avatar for their head, so it was like he was playing ping pong against like a cat, like a human, but with a cat head. And the look on my dad's face, he was like in tears laughing as he was playing ping pong against a cat. It was awesome. Hey Dennis, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing so well. Thank you. Yeah, my brother and sister-in-law are in town, so it's been really nice having them around. It's just nice. I mean, we don't have any family out here. It's been really nice having them. Okay, so we've got that. It looks like all that's left really is to use M3x10, so the same thing we've got out. And then I have to find the mystery M3, M306. So let's go ahead and put the printer back on top here because we're gonna attach this to the gantry now. Ooh. Also, it's giveaway time, or at least time to open up the giveaway. So let me do that before. For anyone that hasn't been here before, which I see lots of familiar faces, but I always want to make sure. We give away a spool of Polymaker filament every single week. It's global, so anywhere in the world. Shipping's free. All you have to do is fill out, it's basically, I think it's just name, Discord, and email. I don't do anything with the info. There's no email list. I delete it after the stream's ended. But then I will contact the winner after the stream later on tonight and send you the form, and you can choose any spool of PLA, ABS, ASA, or PETG from Polymaker, except for exotic, so no carbon, no glass-filled stuff. But it's awesome. They have a ton of amazing filaments, and yeah, it's just super cool. Polymaker has been absolutely awesome, and filament's great. So let me go ahead here. I'm gonna paste the form if I can figure out how to do this. Let's see. Here we go. Shorten link. There we are. Copy, copy. Also, I haven't said it this stream, but if you have not, please smash the like button. It definitely helps out the channel, and yeah, helps more people hopefully to find the streams. All right, pin message. So message is pinned. On my first build, when I have bad printing tolerance, I use this technique a lot. Soldering irons are great. Tools are small. Gas hot guns. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Polymaker is awesome. All of the, so we've got, like, for future builds, this is all, can we see me? Yeah. So Polymaker ABS Red, I just finished printing, well, probably about a week and a half ago now. And then for the Mercury 1 build, I decided to go with white ABS for the main parts, and then the accent parts are the dark gray, which looks gorgeous. I know Zombie, there he is. Zombie is a huge fan of the dark gray, and I concur. It looks beautiful. It's just been printing. It's been printing great. Polymaker ABS. Oh, nice. What color scheme are you going with, Rick? I tagged you on Twitter this morning. I did see that. I saw that. I liked it. The spool of filament you got came in, right? The one you won. The one you won. That's right. Okay, so we need, we've got the bolts out. We need more M3 washers, which are all loose inside of this foam. This is one of those things, Llama, when you take 2 seconds and it would have saved you a lot of time. What I should have done is, where's the little hardware organizers? I don't think it's, oh, it is here. Yeah, so these little hardware organizers that I designed for the Boron builds, this is how I normally build printers, as I label everything, put them in nice little compartments. I have 2 of them that were used for my V0 builds. What I should have done is combined the parts from one organizer to the other, since they're all for the V0, and then use this for this build instead of having these baggies that are labeled nicely. They're labeled nicely, they're just not resealable, and so the parts are now, after 1 month of building this, basically, they're just all over. And if I had just transferred and thrown them in their own compartments, another one of those situations where I'm like, why? You know better. So, the one you won. The one, no, the one you won. Printing with Polymaker Polymax right now. Oh, what, Polymax what? Polycarbonate? Don't use white ASA or white ABS for structural parts. The pigment messes up layer adhesion. Ooh, well, we're going with it. Who is Guy on YouTube or this guy? I just got some of the dark gray and yeah, it's a really dark gray, but still has a nice tone to it. I really like it. Okay, so this part needs to get bolted on. Let's see here. Let's go to the side cam. Also, what's up, tripod? Oh, come on. Okay, so we need to attach this with motor up, and we are doing M310 washer into standoff. So these guys Let's just take out 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. The micro-Swiss nozzle arrived. Oh, awesome. Polymax PLA. Okay, nice. Do you have any experience with SLS? No, wait, SL? No, I don't. I do not. On my own, I only have used FDM or FFF now, and resin, MSLA, and DLP. And then I worked at Matter Hackers for a couple years, and so I did get to try out some bigger printers, but they never carried SLS. They were just the most expensive machines we had were around 10,000, which were like the one second, let me put this in here. Which were like the for a long time. And Tamsis FunMat HT, which is like a pretty large high temp machine. The only SLS I think that would have been in the price point would have been like the Sinterit Lisa, I think is what it's called. I think we talked about this the other day because it has Lisa's name. I don't know how to route. 1 second. I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty pricey. I think even the Sinterit Lisa was like 10,000. Okay, so I need to remember to check wiring on things. I also need to... Okay, so it looks like all the cables are just going upwards. So I will get the end stop wires and make sure... Let's see, get this out of the way. Hey, what's up, Dan? Good evening. I'm excited to try Sparta. Sparkle, what'd you get, Zombie? Is it their Sparkle ABS or something different? Come on, cables. Yeah, so right now I'm just gonna throw all the wires upwards. The inductive, I don't know if that's right or not. I haven't seen any mention about like how I should be routing wires, but I feel like it looks like almost all the wires go upwards and kind of tie around. All right, let me go around this way. I can't see what the heck I'm doing, guys. What am I doing? Nobody knows. Interesting. Based off the location of this, there's not going to be... is there space behind the stepper motor for this inductive probe wire? There we go. Is that correct? I don't know. It doesn't really feel correct. There's no way that's correct. There's absolutely no way. No, that's not. That's not it. What the heck? Where do these wires go? Okay, so... I don't think there's space. You know what? I think they can go beside the motor. Yeah, that seems right. Okay. And if I pull... Very weird. The end stop... Without bending the legs on the damn thing. How the heck? There's no way. Ugh. I'm gonna try to bend the legs on the end stop wires, but the... I don't know, guys. All right, I'm gonna undo this. I need to see the limit switch wires are falling behind the stepper, which doesn't allow the stepper to sit flush. And I just bent the limit switch like legs and wires to try to get them out of the way, but that's not happening. Why are they so stiff? Okay, let's try it like that. I'm so confused right now as to... I think that's it. I think I got it. It is tight. You definitely need to push the... Let's see if I'm gonna get this side clamp down so that way the wires don't fall behind the motor again. Okay, I can see chat now. I have to go to have dinner. Let's get back in time for the draw. Okay, yeah, we will be drawing in 20 minutes. So I'm not saying to inhale your food and get indigestion, but it's, you know, that is when we will be drawing. Also, I don't know, you don't have to be here for the draw. We haven't done that for a bit, I don't think. Yeah, enjoy your dinner, man. If you win, it's fine. I was talking to Nir about that, and it kind of sucks. Like, I understand that everybody's got their own schedules and lives and dinner, and you know, people are watching at work and stuff. So for the you know, for the 1 year, that one you had to be active and present for. But for this one, yeah, if you have to go do stuff, not saying to leave. I like you guys hanging out, but oh, autofocus is going nuts. Let me I'll change it to manual right now, so that way it just, while I'm in this area, it won't change anymore. A few printable parts would have solved some of these issues, in my opinion. Anyone notice having issues in the music change? Yeah, this is definitely like Bowser, or I don't know, Mega Man. I don't know. Somebody's attacking me. It's the printer. Sometimes printers feel like you're in a video game, like fighting a boss on hard difficulty. Hey, what's up, Hyperflow fans? Matthew, what's going on? Viking, it's messed up, man. I thought we were friends. All right, let's see. Come on, guy. Here we go. Okay, so we did get it. Those, the limit switch is Super Smash. Let me make sure it's still, yeah, still engages. So as long as I didn't screw up the wires on it, we should be fine. It's just a very tight fit. It seems like they crimped the wires to the limit switch legs, and because of that, they're just longer and stiffer than normal. I probably would have just put a dab of solder on the very end to make that a little bit easier, but cool, we're good on that, except for the fact that I still need to find a freaking M3x6. I'm gonna do a quick dive here. I need to, yeah, let me see if I can, wish me luck, everyone. I'm getting low. See if we can find this screw. It's gotta be here. Gotta be here somewhere. These are M3.8s. M3, I bet you there's just one. Like they probably have this with the exact amount of screws. Okay, it's definitely not in there. I think these are M3. I think these are also M3x6s. They're a different type of. They're like chamfered head. Okay. Is there an M3x6? Oh, this is a button head. Does it matter? 6, 10. I've got to have M3x6 screws. There's no way. Let me we're doing another garage run. I'll be right back, y'all. I have one here. Oh, please, Ben, send it to me. Priority, please, with tracking. Yeah, let me see. I've got to have one in the garage. I'll be right back, y'all. Well, I have two M3x6 button heads which we can use, but while I was out there digging through the garage, I remember that I have a box or like a pack of M3 screws in here, and they might be socket heads. So let's see. I think they're in here. Well, these are M5. That's not right. No, I had M3. What the heck? I need what's the show on Netflix where they like organize people's lives? I could so use that. There's just so many parts. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Yeah, for the Kevin aka Sam belted mod, I ordered a pack of M3 black M3 screws. Yes. All right. We're good. I've got it. Oh, yeah. Did we all go to the bathroom? Marie Kondo. Yes. Yeah, I need Marie Kondo to just come in and help me out here. Okay, I think these are the M3x6. I'm gonna swap out both of them so that way they're matching because it's the little things. Let's see, these gotta be M3x6. Yep, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and screw in the second one. Oop, kicked you guys. Let's screw in the second one first here. Hello? Okay, let's unscrew this one. I realize it's a very small detail, but it would drive me crazy. I probably would never think about it once everything's on, but we're here. Okay. Yay! I need to cut off the excess belts too. They're looking insane. Yeah, I'll probably do that in a moment here. Okay. 12 more minutes. 12 more minutes on the giveaway. Use Loctite? No, I don't have any Loctite. And I haven't used Loctite in general. Yeah, I haven't used Loctite in general. I need to order some more, I really do, but I bought some for the V0.1. Oh gosh. I hate that joke, Nick. I've sent to Brit. I missed the squeaky Viking. Yeah, that was a mess. It made a mess everywhere. The bottle, I don't know if the bottle it came with was just crap or what, but the Loctite leaked everywhere. And then on top of that, it was my fault. I had no idea Loctite reacted with ABS negatively and completely like destroys any ABS part, but it was such a headache for me, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Again, I gather that it is completely my fault and not the Loctites. Interesting, so there's not really any instructions on how to attach these two together, so it looks like BMG mounts. Well, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Okay, so we need to get the BMG hooked up. I'm gonna move the printer again while we build the hot end. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Just cross thread stuff, no Loctite needed. Yeah, I know that the thing is too, in general, even if this printer can print quite fast when it's all said and done, I don't tend to push them to the max, like other than maybe for a fun, you know, like just a fun test. And so I could see if you're printing, you know, as fast as it possibly can go, why it might be a bit more important. I just realized I also didn't put the pulley on the shaft of the pancake. I didn't see it tell me to do that, but I will need to do that in a moment here. Okay. I guess let's build this hot end really quick. Speed benchy one, yeah. I haven't done any of the speed benchy stuff. I will say that the Mercury 1, I've been looking into the project a ton because we're gonna be doing the conversion and I have all the parts coming from Fabrico, and that one might be one that I will be doing something like that with. Okay, so there's a non-all metal and there's an all metal heat break. Let's go with all metal. I saw that somebody made a mod for it that does similar to Albert's V0.1 or the Bamboo Lab, where it basically, you know, adds a fan down below to the side and then blows across the entire build plate. And that looks pretty cool. So that might be a printer I just go ham with. I also, I did promise, Zombie that, am I doing this right? Or should I be yeah, it should be fine. No, yeah, it shouldn't matter. I did promise Zombie that the first thing we're printing on this printer is the swatch truck. So, no, not bimetal. This is a clone Volcano, so it's a very, you can get this printer without a hot-ended extruder, or if you get it with this hot-ended extruder, I think it adds like $15. So they're basically selling you a cheap extruder and hot end, basically at cost from probably what it costs to get it from something like AliExpress. Is there any difference top bottom? Yes, there is. So thermistor. So a heat break heater cartridge thermistor, and I'm assuming that thermistor needs to go from the top. So this looks like it would be the correct direction. The nozzle on. No, it's not bimetal or PTFE. It's just all metal. I don't know what the material is. I doubt it's titanium. Maybe it's just an aluminum heat break. I'm not exactly sure. Oh no, I said that I promised Zombie that the first thing we're printing on this printer is the swatch truck. I haven't printed a Mini Viking. Is it on printables? I will totally print that. Okay, so I'm going to go. Interesting. The way I've always done it is I usually thread the nozzle all the way in, and then I back it off like a turn. Yeah, that should be okay. And then I tighten, then I tighten the heat break up against the nozzle. I guess the nozzle on this looks like it just sticks out a hair. There's a slight gap. I honestly haven't, I don't know that I've used a Volcano. That's not true, I have. I don't know that I've installed a Volcano. A lot of the 3D printers, I guess, use some form of Volcano clone. I wish I had my freaking tools. I'm just gonna grab a block, tighten this. I'm just using needle nose pliers for this. All my wrenches and tools are kind of all over right now. I will still likely need to tighten it once we heat it up later on, but for now that should be okay. And then let's get the thermistor and heater cartridge. That's what these guys are. Okay, stainless steel. Gotcha. That makes sense. But the thermistor. Oh, thermistor first. Yep. Oh, good thing that came off. Oh, the top isn't very tight. Are you supposed to bottom out? Okay, that's probably why you bottom out that. All right, well, the heatsink threads off nicely. Hey, what's up, Kenneth? Okay, so rotary review of the Palette 3. I played around with the Palette 2 a little bit and didn't have the best of experiences. If they wanted to send a Palette 3, I would happily throw it on something. I haven't reached out to them though. It's been so busy. It's been just so busy. Okay, so this goes in. How do we? Wait, does the heatsink keep this? No, there we go. There's a, there we go. There's a set screw. Where the heck are the set screws? Oh, interesting. Okay, so a set screw holds the thermistor in, and then bolts or screws go through the entire thing, and that clamps down on the heater cartridge. We're gonna need a smaller driver. What time is it? Hey, if you have not signed up for the giveaway, we will be drawing in roughly 5 minutes here. It is pinned in chat. Okay, so let's see if I can get this thing. Just put it up against the bottom like that. Ah. That looks about right. Okay, that should be plenty tight. I don't want to crush it. That's neat. It has a little, I guess this little spring. Is this how the true E3D Volcano has it? A little kind of like spring here to protect the wires from the heatsink? I guess I should also insert the heater cartridge first as well, then let's do that. I will have to send you the V2, I keep forgetting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you have your version of the Volcano, this printer would probably make sense for me to drop it in, and then I can just swap out the extruder for maybe like a, which side is this going? Okay, swap out the extruder for something like a, not a BMG. What can I think of? Not a QR, not a BMG. Oh, come on, someone help me. What's the Bontex current? There's the mini or the micro and the full size. I'm running it on the Bontex, not QR, not BMG. Oh, it's driving me crazy. LGX, thank you. Yes, yes. I say it all, or I don't say it all the time, but like I know what it's called. I just super brain fart there. The QR and the BMG are their like previous generations. Oh, I guess I didn't clamp it down enough. Just gonna do my best to try to line up the face here. Clamp it a little bit. Let's get the other one. I'm running one in simple core right now. Seems decent. I like the yeah, that's right. I saw you when you were swapping it out. The LGX light's awesome, man. It's a really good extruder. Is the Canon again the one from Vez? I would like to get one of those in too. I don't know what I would want to throw it on, honestly, but it's just Vez seems like a rad dude. I love watching his insanity. And it would also be cool. I'm hoping that he gets some kickback from it. It'd be cool to support him as well. Okay, well, these aren't clamping down. I'm gonna clamp this actually. Let's get one of these guys. There we go. The thermistor, I try not to go too tight, but the heater cartridge, I usually put a little bit more elbow grease in. Okay, so the thing I don't know too is, as far as wires, do my best to push them out of the way, I guess. Is that right? You just kind of bend? I guess I've never seen the top mounted. It doesn't feel right for some reason having the... Am I doing something wrong? I don't see any other way it could go though. Like the wires have to go at the top. It wouldn't make sense to have the butt end going out there, but it seems like it's pressing on the heatsink a lot. Oh, so right now I'm designing, it's a worm gear. It's a worm gear, large gear. Oh, interesting. That's correct. Make sure the insulation sleeve is as low as possible. Interesting. So I guess it just lays flush underneath it, then you just keep kind of pushing it down. It's wild. Huh. It feels so wrong. Like, I mean, it's a lot of... I feel like it's a lot of pressure I put on it, but all right. Oh, is the original, I mean, is the, like, the actual OEM one not like that? I've never assembled a, I've never assembled a Volcano. I've only used them in printers, but it just seems kind of, whatever. It just feels funky. I don't like the way it feels. Yes, it's proper. That is why we redesigned it. Yeah, I don't like that. That's kind of sus. I switched to a Revo 6. Yeah, I guess I could throw a Revo on this as well, but yeah, if you have the Volcano, I could certainly throw it on here at some point. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock. All right, it's time. Let me check one last thing here, and then we'll do it. Okay, so it looks like there's already a groove mount, so I'm assuming that I need to disassemble this guy. Okay. This just snaps into here like that. I don't know which orientation. I also don't know what the heck I just did with this guy. It looks like this part goes like this, and it's just almost like a guide tube. There we go. Alright, what the heck did I do? Here we go. That must go like that. That must go like that. I feel like I took this apart in a really ugly way. Yeah, this feels wrong. All right, we'll do this after. I have to puzzle piece that back together. You need PTFE, the guide to the hot end heatsink. 2 lines of street. It is 3 my time. You're right. I have this computer still set to Pacific Standard Time, which confused my brother the other day as well. Okay, let me go ahead and change camera. Let me grab the, let me unpin this really quick here. Unpin message, yes. Okay, so we have got, how many entries? 66 entries. Grabbing them all. Still haven't changed it from the pizza spinner, so we're rocking. I like the pizza spinner, makes me hungry. Wheel of names. There's one less person than last week. Pretty close. Okay. Alrighty, we are going to do our weekly. Do you have any insider news on input shaping on Marlin? I don't. I don't talk to the creator. I follow him on Twitter, but I don't think I've ever had much other than like a tweet back and forth of a personal conversation with him. It seems like CoreXY from CoreXY Fabrications, I know he did you guys watch his video? He did an interview with the creator of Marlin, or the main, Marlin maintainer. And I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. I think it's pretty long, and I don't know if there's any info in there. All right, yeah, let's hit the pizza button.
Pizza.
Okay, we're gonna shuffle this. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, one, good luck all. Here we go, ready? 3 and 2, and I know we need pineapple. 1, here we go. That's a lopsided pizza. You can really see it when it spins. Eggy, you were so close to getting another spool. Congratulations, Charles, you are our weekly winner. I will, let's go here, let's do a little confetti action, a little cheer. Congratulations. Yeah, Nero's has hundreds. I've seen his, it's like very insane. Congratulations. So yeah, I will send you an email later on today, Charles, with the form, and then you can pick whatever spool you want from Polymaker. Hey, there you are, Charles. Yeah, you can pick whatever spool you want, and Polymaker's little elves will get the filament shipped out. Congrats. Okay, yeah, so let's continue on here. I think it's probably easier if I build it into this side. So let's do this really quick here. Congrats on your Galaxy Dark Blue. Lisa got the Galaxy Dark Blue, and she says she really likes it. Okay, yeah, I think this is the side it makes more sense to build it into, because when you drop this in, that keeps that part from falling out. And then this, I believe, wait, does this pin shift around? It does. Might. Okay, I goofed now. This seems right? Or this seems right? This seems right, yeah. Is that right, or am I doing it backwards now? I need to look at a BMG. Oh, you guys can't really see that well, can you? That doesn't feel right. I think I'm installing it backwards. No, that's right. BMG, the little arm goes upwards. Okay. Okay, so now let's drop the top back on top. Like this. Cool. Okay, that looks all right. I'm not going to throw the sock on yet until we tighten everything up. Let's leave that like that. You'll need a piece of PTFE from the white plastic. Are you sure? How come there was no from the white plastic guide into the V6 heatsink? So you're saying that this is too much of a gap? They're pretty much flush against each other. I don't see how look, like let me see here. There's no room for PTFE. Like, these are completely butted up against each other. Yellow tube? This guy? No, this is heat shrink. I don't have any thermal paste. I need to order some. The yellow piece. You're talking about this, right? This is not PTFE. This is heat shrink for the wires. I don't see why it would need PTFE though. There's no gap at all. Like if there was a gap between the bottom of that and there that the filament could possibly pop out of, yeah, yellow's heat shrink. I don't see, yeah, I don't see why BMG extruder, Tech BMG install. I think we're gonna move forward without it. I honestly, like, again, I've seen it before where you typically use it, but it's usually so that way the filament has a smooth or straight path. Like, this locked in place, it's butted up against each other. PTFE constrains the filament. I mean, we're talking a super, so the PTFE then is just, you're saying free floating in here? Titan and BMG with inserted groove mounts do not use PFT. Yeah, I can't see why there'd be PFT on this. It just doesn't make sense to me. The I guess if you're looking inside of here, there is a little bit of a rim that maybe you're thinking it can get caught on, but it looks like the rim is sort of chamfered downwards, so the filament should, especially if you cut it at a 45, go straight through and down there. Yeah, I think we're. I don't see the need. Let me see. I want to make everybody happy. Let me see if I've got a piece here that I can. I think I have a piece inside of this box right here, possibly. Let's see. No, I do not. Oh, I do. Okay, I have a tiny bit of PTFE. Let me see how it fits. I don't see the harm in it. Oh, that's not PTFE. Where the hell did the PTFE go? I know I had it. Okay, this guy comes with a hair of PTFE. Okay, so it does fit. It does fit inside of here. Let me see how it sits inside of here. Oh, interesting. I guess PTFE couldn't hurt though, because if you insert this into the top here, it does go down to at least the top of the heat break. But if this is flush, I mean, it's gonna have to be cut. Let me see if I get a razor blade. Let's see. I'm gonna mark it actually with the Sharpie. Yeah. It sounds like that heat break is on. I just sent it with my copperhead. Yeah, I don't think it needs it. The bottom end of the heat break and go up the white part. I don't think not having it would cause any real problems. Like, I think it would operate fine. That's too much. Right there. But I also don't see the harm in doing it. And I've got PTFE right here. But if it does screw anything up, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go back in the stream and I'm gonna find anyone that said use PTFE, and I'm gonna say why? Why? Okay. Let's see it cut straight. All right. Let's see if this will do it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We are doing it. So this will go right here. Still 100% convinced it would work fine without it, but again, I don't see the harm per se in having it either. Let's actually insert both at the same time. There we go. It should help, in theory, make the filament slide in, at least when you're loading, a little bit easier. Will that do anything as far as prints go? Eh. But, there. Alright. Don't, oh my god. Yeah. If it's too short, you'll hear it when retracting. I don't care, squirrel. I don't care. It's perfect. It's great. We're running. We're running with it, y'all. Okay, I think we're good. So the next thing, oh yeah, I need to install the, I need to install the pulley. Oh, where is the pulley? Yeah, where's the pulley? Where is the pulley? Oh, I really don't see it. Someone keep track of time for me. I have to end at 3:45 my time because I have a work meeting. Huh? Did I lose the pulley as well? Or did it? Does it come with it? Am I tripping? Is it up here somewhere? It's right here. This is what I use, isn't it? Yep. Ha! It did come with some PTFE. It was in the other bag. Don't hesitate to flare it. Huh. That's funny. Okay, as far as... It's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know as far as spacing on the shaft of the motor. It looks like they have it butted up all the way. Looking at this image, it looks like this is basically all the way up against the motor. So we'll do that. We'll leave like little to no spacing and hope that's correct. All right, lifting up. This thing is getting heavier and heavier. Okay. Well, it wears down the nozzle faster. I've never heard that, Raj. Really useful on the side of the BMG. Interesting. What do you mean by flare up? You mean like don't make it flush on the end? You actually want it to sort of not be flush? And what's the reasoning, Nice? I've always cut it like as perfectly flat or straight as possible. But that doesn't mean that, you know, that's the correct. Doesn't mean that's correct for all situations. It's just excuse me. I guess that's not entirely true. The micro Swiss, I cut it at a V shape, so I'll take that back. Yeah, I've never heard that. Okay. So let's install this guy. Looks like it's only a single set screw. And it looks like, honestly cannot tell. Let's see if there's any other photos. It looks like the teeth teeth are towards the inside. BMG. Enter. I don't see any mention of. Let's see. BMG NEMA 17 bolts, M335s, and the version thickness BMG adapters higher than needed. It's only a few threads in the pancake stepper are meshed. Be careful not to fasten the bolts too hard, since the lower two bolts are more important, which are used to clamp the heatsink. Try to fasten the upper bolt and get a feel first. Alternatively, please drill. Okay. Okay, so it's just saying don't be aggressive. Don't be aggressive. Oh yeah, I don't see it. So we're going to, let's see here. Yeah, it looks like you would want the threads towards the inside based off of where the teeth of the, gear on the BMG are. So let's go ahead and flat portion of the shaft is right there. Let's turn it upright. I don't know if that is right. Let's see, I guess what I could do is drop this on here, like this. Wait, what is happening? No, that does not seem right. Something's off, because this bolt is going to be blocking. So are we supposed to remove these bolts? Those were just temporary placeholders? Is that what happened? With PTFE too short, you might have a heck of a time loading the filament feature. You might catch slip with PTFE. Wait, why is it too short? You're saying you want there to be force? I honestly thought you guys were trolling when you were saying it's too short. Flare, oh, gotcha. Flare onto the inside. Changed also my method after working with the Chameleon. The tolerances of the BMG clone are not great and really helpful to use in order to properly engage your filament. Interesting. Isn't that strange though? If the BMG is going to be clamping on here, I don't get it. Are these just placeholder bolts? It doesn't really add up to me. It looks like maybe I'm very confused about this. There's already bolts in these two holes. I've heard I have a hard time with loading my mini Sherpa. I may try the tube flare. How's the bot doing with this build? It's looking like it's definitely coming along. Still plenty of hiccups. Not crazy about the fuse situation on the bed. It just doesn't seem safe. It's basically exposed AC. We covered it in a bunch of RTB. There should be no bolts in the stepper when installing the BMG. Okay, so just they're placeholder bolts, I guess then. Which is hilarious because I ran out to find these bolts in the garage. Oh, it says temporarily, okay. I think it'd be nice if there was a step that said when to remove it. Okay, so then we might be fine with the way it is, because it's going to be closer. Yeah, we might be fine then. Let me look one more time here. The front photo doesn't show you how. This right here to me looks like there's like no gap between the stepper and this, but this here looks like it's also pretty close. I'm just a little confused. Okay, we'll try it this way. So. I'm also because I'm also going to give it another go with the PTFE. Let's try to get it right. So I'm gonna shove this back in here. Okay, shoving this back in here like that. And then I'm not going to measure. I'm going to try to intentionally make the PTFE a little bit longer than it needs to be, and see if I can just sort of mesh it into the white. All right, on manual focus. All right, where is my X-Acto knife? There it is. Okay, let's just mark. So you were saying it was too short. So we're gonna cut it somewhere right around here, which I know is not too short. It's probably a hair too long. And we'll see how it fits. Do you have any tips for flaring the end? Nice. I mean, the only thing I can really think of would be to sort of cut out a little bit of the inside. Alright, let's see how this looks in comparison. That feels way too long, but let's see with the white piece. Yeah, it's definitely too long. We need to cut off quite a bit. Let's cut off, let's start with like... why isn't recycling filtering pin? Oh man, I cannot wait. Use a force, drill by hand. Oh, gotcha. So you actually drill it out. I don't think I'm gonna do that today. Okay, that is as close. It still might be too short, but we're at least better. We're rocking it like this. I'm ready to get this installed. That makes sense if you drill it out a little bit. I would imagine you have to be pretty careful drilling it out to not accidentally blow out the PTFE. But yeah, I agree. There are some recycling options, but nothing to the extent of what I would like. And I know that it seems, from everything I've seen, to actually make failed prints reusable, you're still gonna need some like virgin pellets, because it does degrade the quality of it each time you melt it down. But yeah, I would probably pay a decent amount for a system. Why is this not going in? I feel like I would pay a decent amount for a system that could recycle failed prints. Come on. There we go. Okay. So let's try this now. We need... Hey, what's up, Scott? I literally just watched every single one of your Mercury 1.1 build videos last night. With the exception of the final one that was like an hour long. I jumped through the parts that I felt I needed to watch, which were basically just the X blocks, and kind of how the spacers, there's larger ones and smaller ones, and I think it goes larger on inside, smaller on outside. But yeah, this is the second time I watched. This time I was like, first time I watched it more passively. Last night when I watched it aggressively. Like I was very, very focused, because I was under the impression, let me grab bolts while we're talking. I was under the impression that the instructions for the base build were done, which is not the case. And so, Gen 3x40s, oh come on, where the heck, where would I have lost? Yeah, I was under the impression that the base build instructions were done, and then I started looking into it, and I'm like, nope. So, I I think Dutch is gonna give me access to some pad I can use for the stream. But I wanted to, all right. Oh. Did I lose? I'm very confused. M3. I doubt I would have lost them. Oh, maybe these guys. They come in the kit. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I still wanted to be as familiar as possible with it. It wasn't bad, man. You chopped it down to pretty what's the word? Digestible lengths, even for me and my scatterbrain. So no, it wasn't bad. I mean, the build doesn't seem complicated, really, compared to a lot of other builds that I've done. I mean, like compared to something like the V0, it was more, I guess, like, for the sake of someone new, it seems like it definitely is a bit tougher than having the official documentation. But I did tell Dutch that the documentation that is done for the stack, I think it's like the left bearing stack that's in the docs, is really good. So if that's the format, that the team is planning on going with for the final documentation, I think it's going to be great. But yeah, I guess it was more of a, I mean, it's on me, right? Like, no one ever told me that all the documentation was done and like that. I just sort of assumed, which again, you know what happens when you assume. But yeah, the video build that you did is certainly helpful. And when I asked in the Discord, like how everyone built theirs, it seemed to be your videos in the Discord were the main two sources. Okay, so it said that the BMG only bolts onto the stepper with a couple of screws and not to over tighten it as to not blow out those threads. So I'm only gonna hand tighten it, not gonna put any real force into it. I did see though that the Hydra mod looks like the full documentation is there. I'm sure it's gonna be interesting because I'm going to be following like my plans are, right? Like I'm saying my plans, I don't want to commit fully to anything, but to do the base build, do the Hydra build, and then I would like to do the clicky mod, reroute the electronics, or which I'll need to for the is this okay, and then enclose it as well. So I have a feeling it's going to be like an ongoing thing. I'll probably mostly do for the build just the main conversion and then the Hydra, and that's probably what I'll cover in the video I do on my channel on it. And then later on, kind of on the side, continue to work on it. I really like the project. I like the end result. Seems awesome, and it's just exciting. This sort of oh, sweet. Thank you, Nice. Yeah, I'll check it out after, just that way I know moving forward. How hard do you think it is to machine your own parts at home for a build like this? Oh man, I don't know, man. Carbon fiber milling is definitely something that could be dangerous if not done correctly. It's my understanding that you're supposed to, you need a really good extraction system, but I think the professional way is to mill it underwater, so that way the carbon fibers don't even hit the air. I would imagine you can replace those carbon fiber parts with aluminum, which I don't think would be that difficult to machine with a okay CNC machine. Like, you can probably get away with it for a CNC that's just a couple $100s. As far as the bending of the sheet metal, I have no idea what that process is like or what the hardware is like to do that. I've never really looked into it, so if someone else knows that wants to speak on it, let me know, because I really don't know. Okay, so it looks like the thing I'm doing wrong is that the short end of this, which is the thermistor side, oh shit, the tighten these too much. But yeah, I don't know. I won't pretend to know. I don't know what goes into that. It looks like most everything is sort of like sheet metal bent and then maybe drill pressed, or maybe not drill pressed. I don't know. It'd be fun to watch like one of these get built. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to just straighten this. Oh, water jet. Yeah, I would imagine water jet would work, right? Since oh, I didn't know that you did that for. I guess that does make sense, right? All the mounting solution you do. I know. Zombie was just asking like how hard it would be to replicate this printer at home, and the majority of it is just really this frame that's made up of stainless steel, and it's bent. And I said that I don't know what the process looks like or how expensive or what the machinery is to bend. I'm gonna do my best. Sorry, my head's in the way, but just do my best to make this as flat as possible, like forward to back, forward to back. Let me move you guys out of the way really quick. Looks good enough. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's more just. Hey, Zombie! Thanks for the gifted sub or gifted membership. Eggy, you got a membership. Check your Discord requests. Right now, or just in general after the stream. Thank you very much, Zombie. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten these. Same thing though, again, it sounds like... Honestly, it would probably not be a bad idea to use just longer screws for this, but... The main thing it's saying we don't want to do is strip the threads on the motor when we're tightening because the screws only go in a few turns. Okay, I think we're good there. All right, also, what time is it? Cool, I've still got roughly 15 minutes left. Okay, we got that, that's in. Let's attach the, so I don't lose it, let's attach the little tensioner arm on the side. Right now, if I can, okay, I will check it, Iggy. Oh, sweet. Hey, I like your shirt, Eggy. That's awesome. Check it out. It's a pretty blurry little image, but Eggy's working on the V0.1, which is awesome. He won this in the 1,000 subscriber stream, which was, geez, it was back in April, I think. But he's finally got the ABS parts printed, a lot of the core ones, and he's finally getting it assembled. But that's awesome. I'm super excited to see this coming together. Keep tagging me and stuff. By the way, I received my first electric bill here in Las Vegas. It went from 800. Oh, dude, you got to be so excited about that. Okay, so I think it just goes screw. That's amazing. Yeah, the electricity here is insanely affordable compared to California as well. I mean, granted, ours didn't go down all that much, but we also are in a three bedroom house now from a one bedroom condo that we're renting, and we run it a lot more here. So I think it goes tensioner, spring, washer, and then it goes into here. Oh, that would make sense to me that the nylon washer is to protect the plastic. So let's tension this a little bit. That's awesome. Delmar, gotta run. Everyone have a great evening. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Delmar. Hey, before you go, are you done with the, are you done with your Trident? I know you were getting close. I don't know if you did the wiring yet though. Yeah, let's leave it like that for now. Keep track of time. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, we're still good, 10 more minutes here. Let's see, I really want to get this section done because I want to start doing, I think the wiring is basically what's next. And I might do some of the wiring on my own time and just show you guys it next week so that way we can kind of get this thing moving along here. Let's see here. Hey, Andre, did you get tracking yet from LDO? Or have you been contacted by them? Still, I don't know what you're saying. Nice. Okay, so we're done with that. We're done with that. We're done with that. It's bolted. Okay, it looks like they route it around there. Oh, those are for zip tie holes maybe on the side. Looks like last thing is fan duct. So 4020 blower. Okay, let's get that out. Got the printed part right here. We need M320s and 2 nylon lock nuts. 320s, which I think I did see right down here. 320s, yep, M320s. And then I said nylon lock nuts, which I think I actually took out the bag of those. They're up here, yep. Okay, so 2 and 2, and a 40-20 blower, which I'm not sure that I oh yeah, I did, it's right here, perfect. Delmar, charging is done, all working, go to play. Nice, awesome, congratulations. Nothing yet, okay. Do me a favor, Andre. By next Wednesday, if you haven't heard anything, just message me, man. I want to make sure that Jason's really quick, or he's fairly quick if he's online to respond usually to me in like Discord. I just want to make sure that everything is good and that it's like on the way or things are happening on their end. So if you haven't heard anything by next Wednesday, please let me know. Start macro, kicked my butt, got auto Z brush. Nice. Oh, you have a brush, like a nozzle brush? That's exciting. Do me a favor, post a little like video or something later on. I received all my Polymaker filament. I got 2 3-kilogram spools and 2 others. Can't wait to try it out. I got clear filaments. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. Let's see. So it looks like the facing this direction. What did I do? Am I tripping? This doesn't look like a 40-20. There's no way this is a 40-20. Oh, up top. I am a goofball. Okay. And what is... Okay, that just bolted in place. Okay, so this is going to go like this. I got my fifth. Oh my god. Most of the time, their boxes are a bit big for their spools. So they did, they slid around and may have hole. Oh no. Reach out to them. We'll do when I get home. Cheers. Hey, have a great night, Delmar. I'll keep a lookout for that. If it's bad, Dadas, reach out to them. They've been awesome about responding and taking care of everyone. Okay, so this mounts there and this mounts here. I think I'll probably just put this together after because there's only 7 minutes left and I want to take my time. And I also think that prior to putting this on, I need to route the cables a little bit, which it looks like they need to go around that side, which if that's the case, I think I can still turn this hopefully without breaking the heater cartridge, but I think we'll call it here. Just as I don't want to rush this, my game plan is to finish up the Toolhead probably tonight or tomorrow, depending on time and stuff. And next week, maybe continue on the wiring that I've already started between now and then. And if at all possible, flash everything and start and do a print. That is the game plan. I still need to open up the bag and see the status on one. Yeah, Zombie says, any issues with Polymaker filament, open a ticket on the Discord. Yeah, I know that they're great about taking care of, any issues, so, oh, I saw the confetti on. Let's turn that off. Sam, you are late! It's okay, though. Yeah, we're gonna end it. I have a meeting in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna have a quick little bite to eat and then kind of get prepared for that. Next week is possibly gonna be the final stream on this, before we start on the next thing, because I've got 2 printer builds, one that's been waiting for a long time and one that's on its way. And so maybe we'll do another video on this after where it's like a hangout and print like we normally do, or maybe we'll do a Monday stream where we do that or something like that. But I'm thinking next week might be the last week for the build stream of this before we start on something else. Because we are, I mean, most everything's here. The bed is drying and I'll mount that tonight, get the cover on here. And then it's really just wiring, mounting electronics and flashing, and we should be good to go. So, no 2.4 right now, Jose. I was supposed to be building a 2.4, but the Mercury 1 is taking priority over that. So the Mercury 1's coming in first. We'll work on that, and then 2.4 is likely going to be after that. So we will see. I'm excited. There's always something going on. Anyways, thank you everybody for hanging out. I hope everyone had a good time. I certainly did. It's always fun on Wednesdays, and it's crazy. I know it's every single week, but it always feels like it's been a while every single time. So again, next week we'll be working on this, and then maybe I'll tease what the next build will be prior to the Mercury one, which will be a fairly quick build. I think 1 to 2 streams tops, and then we'll hopefully be diving pretty headfirst onto the Mercury one build. So hope everyone had, again, an awesome day, has a great rest of their day, and hopefully I will see everyone next week as well. Congratulations to our winner, and have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye, take care, thanks for hanging out. If you haven't, hit the like button. Let's see if I can end it.